Hi guys, Mike with Fights with Friends, and you're probably wondering why the hell does Mike care about his Twitter account? He never cared about it before. Well, there's one reason I never cared about Twitter before is because I get upset, or I did get upset at the time at the amount of outrage that comes on there, and I had to learn to realize not to respond to some of these people, like Joe Rogan says, not to take it personal. I had a few people that were over from another channel that I won't name that tried to bury my Twitter account right from the beginning. And as you can see, they're pretty successful. I've only had 103 tweets the entire time since January, since I made this account. That's pitiful. All 12 of the people on here, I know, including myself, talk about pitiful. My other channel, I'm following myself, so really 11. Random Russian Hacker, Ted Zek, not a bad guy, Dutch guy. Stewie, Griffin, MMA Army, a few decent followers. I know everybody on here, except for the Random Russian Hacker. Not sure who that is. 248 likes, absolutely pitiful. Why do I all of a sudden care about my Twitter account, though? So I was talking to a fighter that will go unnamed here on Twitter. I DM'd him and I was talking about coming on the show. And he's like, hey, I've seen your channel. Good channel. He likes my channel. He said he'd watched it before. I don't know if he was just trying to be nice or if he'd actually ran across it before. Seen some of the fighters that have been on here there for interviews. Liked it, was impressed with that. And he says, well, you DM me from this Twitter, though. I'm looking at Twitter, and he says, I think somebody cloned your account. I says, your Fights with Friends, right? I said, yeah. He says, it's got a Fights with Friends, Mike on the mic, logo on the top. And I said, yeah. He goes, I'm not able to find where this came from. It looks like this tweet came from here. He says, the only Twitter account on there, though, only has 12 followers. He says, I'm sure that's not you because you have over 4,000 YouTube subscribers. You have my MMA Mike Facebook page. If none of you are on there, I'm closing in on the 5,000 friends for that. So if you want to get on that, get in on that. But this is more important right now. Apparently, the amount of Twitter followers you have is very important because I did not get this interview. This person broke contact with me after realizing that I literally only have 12 followers. So like I said, I haven't put a lot of effort into it. I've put almost no effort. You guys never hear me talk about my Twitter. I've mentioned it a few times in videos. I would like to spend some time on this. I'm going to start updating it with some stories, some things from my website, which I also don't promote enough, fightswithfriends.org. But please follow me. It's at FightsWFriends. If anything, just click a follow on there. That way when people look at it and they look at my name, they don't see 12 followers and say, who the fook is this guy? So that's kind of embarrassing when that happens. Like I said, I mean, I can take it with a grain of salt because I know I haven't put a lot of effort into it. But at the same time, you go back, obviously, it's a business tool, and now it's affecting my business. And I'm not using it, and it needs to be used. So I promise if you guys follow me on here, I will put more tweets and things on here. I will put some special content on here, which a lot of people are doing special content for people on Patreon, and they're charging for it. I don't even want to charge for this. I just want to grow this. I'm going to put videos on here. I said share videos that may or may not be on YouTube. Some of them, written articles, thanks to my website, and announcements that will only be on Twitter here on YouTube, and in the future, contests that I'm only going to do on Twitter. Contests like the Conor McGregor gloves that I gave away for the Conor versus Khabib fight. Any of you have any ideas of how to grow your Twitter account? I am wide open for suggestions because I am literally at a loss. I know almost nothing. I read tweets. I read people's tweets. when people tweet things out, you can see I'm following more people than I have as followers. I just recently started following Ben Askren to do that video I just finished today. If you have not checked that out, please. I spent way too much time on that video for it not to be watched. So I would really appreciate it if you checked it out, even if not for the little spoof song in the middle of that. It's hilarious, done by Adam the Comedian. Permission on everything on that, even from 1FC. Thank you again to 1FC for allowing me to use about 3.5 minutes of Ben Askren fight footage. And you can see, I'm just following MMA fighters. And a lot of these, honestly, I don't read a lot of it. I followed them to do stories. I follow Bellator. I want to see their updates. I follow UFC. I follow Hasim Rahman Jr. He's been on the show, and that's a courtesy. And I want to know what's going on with him. Tyrone Woodley, Demetrius Johnson, and Ben Askren I followed recently because I was doing a video on them. Mike Tyson, just a huge fan. Matt Horwich, of course, a friend and a friend of the show who's not following me, but I haven't asked him to, so I can't complain. DC, my buddy Sam Alvey, also not following me, but I haven't asked. Like I said, I can't complain. Shoney Carter, not a lot of people. Dana, as he announces things out. Dan from Oregon, he's not following me, but he'll, like some of my tweets sometimes or reply. He's one of the very few. But if I could ask one favor of you guys, I don't really ask anybody for money. I don't do any of the Patreon things. I don't do a lot of things that a lot of other viewers do. You guys know I work hard. You know I put a lot of time into this. If you could please just go to Twitter and just give me a follow. I would appreciate some interaction. If you watch some of my videos, reply, likes, things like that. But at the minimum, if you could just give me a follow, please, I would appreciate it. And I will definitely be on Twitter. I'll go back and forth with you guys. If you guys want to DM me on Twitter, feel free. That'd be awesome. As I'm learning to use this, Facebook has been riddled with, a few issues. So I haven't been using Facebook Messenger as much, and now I go and use Twitter messages, and basically somebody says, hey, you got no followers. Who the fuck are you? You don't even exist. So let's take the next month and make a goal. Make Fights with Friends exist on Twitter. Please make me digitally exist in the Twitter sphere. I would be happy if I got up to 200 followers a month from now. What is today? October 28th. Let's go. My streaming suspension is over for Fights with Friends on November 19th. So I'll give you guys an update on November 19th. Let's revisit this. I'd like to hit 200 followers by November 19th. And that's about 3 weeks. We have a lot of subscribers here, over 4,000 subscribers. I think we can do that. I appreciate all of your help. I hope you guys watched my video earlier. Please watch that Ben Askren video if you haven't. There really is, some work put into it. Maybe some things that you didn't know. And like I said, some fight footage that I got permission from 1FC and an hilarious parody music video. With Ben Askren singing to Dana White, actually using an Ariana Grande song. I believe my wife says that's the artist. I had thought it was possibly Taylor Swift, but that tells you how much I know about tween pop. Just what I hear from my daughter, and she doesn't even listen to a whole lot of it. Anyways, other subject. Please give me a like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Please, I don't ask for a whole lot. I'm kind of begging here. I am begging. Please just go to Twitter, follow me at FightsWFFriends. I'll put that link in the description down there below. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.